If it bleeds, it means we can kill him. Let's do it! So again, not one thing, I've been saying this so often, but this is a thing. There was a new series of Alien, I wanted to catch up with Aliens. So you might be asking, if I'm talking about Alien, why is Predator here? That's because one of the point of the series is Aliens versus Predators, which I'm pretty sure is probably not Connecticut, but I also want to see Prey. But I also want to see it in case it is relevant. So I'm going to watch it anyway. Because, and I'm going to say, I like it. Mostly for spoilers. So, there's not much here. I love the action. I love the actors. I know some of them because these are like very traditionally action heroes. And again, I'm not really going to talk too much details about the Alien because I feel like that was a whole thing with Predator and Alien. Both films, it kind of like, but you've kind of had the first one, the second one already exists. Again, I'll bring that up when I do that. But what I am going to do now is move on. But yeah. Okay, the one thing I love, the absolute thing I love, and I think makes this film because of how insane, because I know it's a horror. I know Predator the series. I know what the Predator is. Overall, I know what it is. And the same thing with Alien. It was so convincingly done. And I only know this because this film's got a reputation. I only heard about this film, heard that they do the action thing and then move on to Aliens. I know through other series that that Predator is what it is. It is a alien hunting humans. And like, I know this by this point. I know some stuff and then it's switched. So I already know this. But back when you watched this originally, and like, I can still get it. I can still understand why people would be this. Also, yeah. I still understand this. Is the idea that Predator, at least the beginning part, fully looks like an action. You have the lines, you have the dialogue, you have all of these people who can probably like, and then you have this huge thing with like a group, and then it's like this huge scene. But then slowly, one by one, they get picked off. These extreme action heroes that have done who knows what are all of a sudden going in and like sort of like and like dying one by one. I'm not gonna say I know all of them. I actually look, there's some I know by face, like. Actually, no. Technically, I'm not even saying there's a lot. There's two. One I know, I feel like I sort of feel like I know him. I don't know. The guy who's like, oh yeah, why don't you come with me? I need a combo. I don't know who he is. He seems familiar. I don't know. I'm just gonna search. Yeah, I am going to hope I don't misspell it. Yeah, cast. Where has he been in before? Where has he been? Yeah, he's in Rocky. Thought I saw him somewhere. Anyway, I saw this, and obviously the other one I know is the obvious Arnold Schwarzenegger. I watched the Terminator series. I know who he is, but again. Midway through, oh no, wait, we forgot to tell you, this isn't an action, this is a horror. And again, they get picked off one by one. And as you slowly feel the tension of like, and the one thing that I like, and the soundtrack pointed this out with one of the Alien films, which, not Alien, one of the Predator films, which I am going to watch. They pick it up, it's like, it can bleed. And like nowadays, like, oh, it can bleed. Oh, that's interesting. But back then, I like the idea that it's like, the idea is like, oh, if it bleeds, that means we injured it. If we injured it, it can die. I'm like, oh, that is clever. The idea of like, huh. It's a simple concept of like, oh yeah, that's how blood works. It's not like I'm going to be like, oh yes, and how does blood work again? I just need to confirm that I do know what blood does. But it's a simple idea. But I like the idea that like, how like that concept of like, changes. Because like at that point of the film, it's like terrifying. And then it's like, you see this thing, you realize it's blood, because I kind of know it's blood. But then you realize all the people in there like, maybe we can do something. Maybe we can kill it. And it's so shocking of like, what the? As you see, again, that's just the fun part. It starts off as like, oh yeah, we're gonna do action. We've got these lines. We've got like these really like these sort of like jokes that you would see from like a really big action. And then, definitely when you see, I like that it doesn't show up immediately to halfway, because when they start being picked off, you get these sort of moments like, I think I see something there. And you also get these moments of this sort of like vision that appears looking at the characters being like with like this I think is probably alien what do you call it heat scan or heat thing or heat you know what I mean. I think that scans you was like zun, 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 zun. That, and obviously that makes it terrifying. But overall, that's what I think is good. I'm going to stop it, because besides that, I don't think I have anything to say. I don't think this needs to be 10 minutes, so let's go. So yeah. I like this, because as the first one, and I have already watched the second one, which I am going to review. When am I going to review Predator? The first, in 3 days. I'm going to review it in 3 days. So yeah. And then obviously I've still got the other Predators films to watch, which is going to be in a while. But yeah, I like this idea, I like this concept, and I would recommend for you to generally watch. So I hope you enjoy, and good night!